Thanks for watching Retirement Talk. Today, let's talk legacy. You know, John, after you're gone, after you die, all those happy topics today. But truly, legacy is way more than just any money that you might leave. In fact, it's really about your life and in having your life live on even after you're gone, so that your children, grandchildren, those that come after you really appreciate and know what you were all about and the values that you stood for.
Yeah. This is kind of an interesting topic. I was in a study group a few years ago, and one of the projects we had to do was to write our own obituary. Not what we wanted people to say, but what we thought people would say about us today, and then talk about what we would actually want people to say for us. So what do we want to be remembered for? What were the things that we wanted our spouses or our kids or grandkids or people who were close friends or organizations we were involved in to remember about us, far beyond any money that we leave them or assets, which are obviously very important. But what do you really want your legacy to be?
Well, truly, every day we're writing our own legacy, whether you think about it or not. Those are the things that people are going to remember: who you were in different situations, how you reacted and interacted with people, how you treated people, and the values that you stood for. We think of legacy, and what immediately comes to mind is writing your will, and we agree that's a great idea, whether it's a trust or a will, and getting all those documents taken care of. But really think about your life and what you want to be remembered for. Really unique thing, our children this year gave us something for Christmas, and now it's a project for the entire year, John. And it's this program called Storyworth. And what we do is we get an email, Jenny and I do, every single Monday morning with a question about what do you remember most about your grandparents, or what about the school that you attended, or some of the events. What did you do for fun and activities when you were just a young child, like 6 or 8 or 10 years old in your community? And so in there, we each have to answer the same question every single week. And it could be like half a page or something, and it's on different things. And so there's 52 of those. And at the end of the year, they have a compilation of all this, and actually it's sent off, and a book is created out of our life. But it's not just us, it's our parents and grandparents and everything too, because that's what a lot of the questions are. And so for years to come, they're never going to be able to forget us. They just go back to the book, remember all those great things about me.
Yeah.
Isn't that good?
That is a good thing. And it's something that you need to think about. I'm a little bit younger, not totally younger than you. None of us are promised tomorrow. We don't live our life in gloom and doom, but really planning through what you want your legacy to. I remember when I went home and we were talking about estate planning documents, my wife actually didn't want to talk about those.
No.
She's like, I don't want to talk about what happens or if something bad happens. And I'm like, well, that doesn't necessarily always have to be bad if you've written your story and you've left a legacy that's beyond money in terms of what your ethics and your morals and your religious beliefs and the things that you want your kids to carry generationally to their family. Like one of the things that I do with my 3 boys is we actually do financial nights in our because I don't think schools are teaching enough about financial planning and saving for the future. And hopefully one of the things that they'll remember and the legacy they will carry with them throughout their lives is that mom and dad took the time to actually help them with their financial acumen in life to be able to move forward. Another thing, Pete, and I know that we've talked about this in the past, I've got a couple of these things from my grandparents, particularly my grandfather, who I was very close to, is if you have specific things that are very important to you, that they may not necessarily be worth a lot of money, although some things can be, if you're leaving that to someone, like for example, I have a gold coin that someone left me that is probably worth about $1,800, but it's a very rare coin. And the meaning behind that and why that individual left that to me, the reasons why they left it and what they told me about it before they passed, makes it even more meaningful today. So if you have specific things items that are meaningful and you're leaving them to somebody for a specific reason, it's really important that you outline that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think all those things are good. The things to have in your estate planning documents, but then outside of, all the paragraphs and words there, maybe a list of things that you want to go to certain people. My grandchildren, boys, they really like watches. Mm-hmm. And I've,
a few.
Gotten a few watches in my lifetime. Yeah. So I've already given some of those things to them while I'm alive, but some of the others are going to go to them at a later time. And that's kind of cool to see them have interest in something that I've really appreciated in my lifetime. Well, this is an important topic, and I hope it's of value to you. But again, you are leaving your legacy, and you're writing it every single day. So think about that. And if you like to learn more about this topic and other topics related to it, you can go to retirementtalk.com. The best way is to subscribe to our channel and learn all the different things that we cover here on money and investing in retirement.